Sammy's, he's like, Lyall, like one thing is about guys like us, we're funny. They are never going to meet somebody as funny as us. But they're going to be like, you know what? I laughed harder when I was with him. And I was like, damn, man, like, you right. And then Sammy said, come on, dog. That's just some bullshit I tell myself. They're probably stuck in a with a Chris Rock special in the background. The big piece of chicken.
Welcome to So Happy Hour. And now, your host, Sammy Obeid.
Everybody, welcome to So Happy Hour, the holiday edition. This show is brought to you by Omicron. That said, let's go ahead and get right into it. A lot of stuff going on in the world. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with the times, but a 90-year-old man serving a life sentence for marijuana has been released from prison. Yeah, or as he called it, the joint. You've probably heard this. CDC panel recommends the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines over Johnson & Johnson. Meanwhile, Johnson & Johnson recommends COVID over Johnson & Johnson. Good news, a lifted FDA restriction will allow women to receive abortion pills by mail.
Yeah.
And this will mark the first time that the Postal Service will be responsible for an early delivery. And you may have heard, New Zealand passed a law that will prohibit anyone born after 2007 from ever purchasing tobacco. Meanwhile, in Florida, everyone born gets 2007 packs of cigarettes. And so we have it. The Pope says sins of the flesh aren't that serious. It's kind of strange announcement for the Pope to make on Bring Your Son to Work Day. The Biden family has a new puppy that they have named Commander, or as Biden calls him, hey, where did you come from? Biden announced he's making 500 million free at-home tests available. At a 50% false negative rate, that only results in 250 million dead grandmas. But here is the fantastic news of the week. The U.S. Army has created a vaccine that works on all variants of COVID and SARS. It's bombs. Like I said, this is the holiday edition of So Happy Hour. Whatever holiday you celebrate, we will respect it. Yeah, we're very respectful.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I noticed that you have not said Merry Christmas at all.
Yeah, I said Happy Holidays. We're respecting everybody. I'm sorry. Who are you?
Major First Lieutenant Avery, the commanding officer for the War on Christmas. Just here on official assignment.
I don't actually. Commander, out of curiosity, are you? What branch of the military is this?
Salvation Army. Hooray!
Okay, hooray! That's the command of this. Okay, I actually didn't know that was actually part of the regular army. But thank you for the close. Yeah,
that's where I got this from, actually. And I heard your little haha joke about our current conflict. I just want to know, do you think that war is funny, sir? Is this all supposed to be funny to you?
Yes, that is actually the very intention of this program that you ironically bombed. Yes.
Well, it's not. None of this is funny.
Okay, fair enough. But I guess I understand that this war on Christmas. I mean, I can't go anywhere without being bombarded by Christmas. So Christmas is still alive and well. So.
Oh yeah, you think so? You think it's alive and well? Well, obviously you were not a victim of 12/8, but I was at ground zero for 12/8, sir.
What is 12/8?
The Fox Christmas Tree Massacre. What American are you? I remember
things going on. I mean,
oh, you mean a liberal? First joke of the night.
I don't think we have the same sense of humor. Look, we all want the same thing here, okay?
A real life Handmaid's Tale.
No.
No.
We want to forget about the fear and the anger that's in the world right now, and just spend quality time with the people we love and get really drunk, with the people that we hate. So
Just sounds like Christmas, Sammy. That's Christmas you just described.
Alternatively, it's the holidays. So what do you say we just end this silly war? Christmas is a holiday. It's really the same thing,
I usually don't negotiate with
With who?
comedians.
That is a fair point.
But,
get me started on comedy bookers.
Usually, Sammy, and people talk to me, it's just to yell at me or to tell me I smell like malt liquor or piss. But you treated me like a human being, and you know what? The war is over. That's it. It's over.
That's fantastic news. And the smell comes off if you wash the shirt. So
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in it. That is my fragrance, but I'm sorry. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Sammy. I have an ethnic Santa situation right now, but you know what? Thank you and Merry Holidays.
Merry holidays. Well, it sounds like we still have some work to do, but not too bad for now. Everybody give it up for the Major from the Salvation Army. All right, let's go ahead and start our program here. Thank you for joining. And by the way, I believe that we started So Happy Hour this year in 2021. So thank you for the fantastic year to all of you. And Ruben's been high for all of it. So I think you haven't missed a show. Ruben hasn't missed a bong load. Okay, so we're going to bring out a very, very dear friend of mine. This is one of my favorite comedians in the game. And fantastic comedian, fantastic comedy producer, creator of the enterprise Laugh City, founded in Oakland, California. Everybody welcome my friend, Mr. Lyall Behrens.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hey, Lyall. Looking good, man.
Appreciate it. Breakups done me well.
Let's fucking talk about it, huh?
We all gotta talk about my misery.
Yeah, man, we got to, man. That's what the holidays are about. So, and what kind of wine are you sipping tonight?
I am drinking something from Compilations, my wine shipment that just got in. Drinking a nice Sangiovese. It is, yeah. And they put like little notes on it, so they're like food pairings: lasagna, pizza, roasted veggies, and the aromas you get. I'm a wine nerd. It's fun.
Fuck yeah, Compilations wines, based out of Oakland. Some of the best.
Hopland. The tasting room was just in Oakland where we did the shows.
Where is Hopland?
Hopland it's in Mendocino County, so it's north of Napa and Sonoma. So like right before you get to weed country, it's like the last stop of wine country in NorCal.
And they have multiple tasting rooms. Is the Oakland just one of them, or is that the only one in the Bay Area?
Oh, that's gone now.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. Because of COVID.
COVID. Campo Vita, fantastic wines, all organic wines. Lyall used to run a show there. And now you've moved on over. Lyall, you've been doing shows at The Layover. You've been doing shows at Campo Vita. Executive Order Bar and Lounge in San Francisco. Yeah. And where's your newest venture?
Right now, I'm moving around a lot. I'm kind of with the nomad lifestyle, kind of like you right now.
Nice.
But I am doing a New Year's Eve show at Stageworks in San Francisco on 2 shows, 8 and 10 p.m. So that's that's what's coming up.
That's a legendary show, legendary venue. Everybody check out Stageworks this New Year's Eve, right after my shows at Cobb's. So we can bounce back and forth. That's awesome, man. So you've recently been doing the trifecta, the holy trifecta of comedy, which I say is the Bay Area, New York, and Los Angeles. And if you can work Chicago in there, you get the holy quadrifecta of comedy. So how was LA the last time you were there?
It was nice. It's it feels like less crowded now with all the people going to Austin or back home, you know, but LA was good. I liked it. It was, if people felt more there than they ever have. Like, did you feel that?
Yeah, actually, I do. Yeah. I go there now and I'm like, I still hate this place, but I like it a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, it's like there's still the stuff where it's like traffic's still like a pain in the like there was that one stretch during COVID where it's like, oh great, there's no traffic, but there's no place to go, you know?
Right. Absolutely. And are you back in Oakland right now?
I am, yeah.
Nice. What are you any New Year's goals you have brewing in the works? Resolutions, I should say.
You know, I like to actually start my New Year's resolutions now, like in advance. So I'm like, because like the easy thing is like January, I'm gonna be, and it's like you're not gonna be by February, but like you tell yourself you are.
Right.
So like now I'm like just starting to do it. Like all the stuff, like I don't know if I should say my New Year's resolutions because I feel like they're like all like a little on the crass side and basic. But I mean, you really
no, come on, man. That's what we're here for, man. What do you look at us? What do we look like to you? Some sophisticated people? Come on.
I mean, you know, it's a well-done show, you know. I don't know, but no, it's okay. So one thing I started doing since being single, I'm like, all right, I'm eating one meal a day, right? It's like, and I'm like trying to do more
as a diet. Is the intention like dietary, like to or just to scale down and be more simple?
Little both. I mean, it's also it's like as like a man, it's like, all right, well, I'm single again, and I gotta like, I'm not gonna try to use my personality at this. Like I'm 31. It's like I like things the way I like them. I'm like grumpy. I'm picky. Like it's just I'm like, you know, I need to look better. So like that's part of it. And then it's also just like with counting calories, I'm like, because you've seen my weight fluctuate throughout the years. You know me like 13 years, something like that. You've seen many different versions of me. And eating salad and soup feels like a job. It's just like I'm just drinking or crunching on something cold. And I'm like, let me just eat once a day. And stick to that. You know?
And you've already started it.
I have. I'm taking a break during the holidays. But because it's the holidays, but you know, it's after Christmas, you know.
So what time of day do you eat the meal?
Well, black people, we normally eat dinner at 8 p.m. So yeah, black people eat at 8 p.m. That's like all black people eat dinner at 8, you know.
That's why I never see any of my black friends at 8 o'clock. They always disappear.
No. Yeah, we got a plate. Like even at the comedy shows, like when you're like, where's Lyall? It's like Lyall's got a plate of tinfoil somewhere
right.
behind the curtain. No, it'll probably be like a throughout the day sort of thing where it's I'm making two things. So I'm like just throughout the day, like, all right, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then, you know, you have your it's kind of like drinking on New Year's Eve. Like you don't just do it all at once. You pace yourself, you know. That's me though.
That's great. So eating one meal a day, that was the basic one.
Oh God, when you say it out loud though, see that's why I'm scared to say it. It's like you say your goals and you have somebody say it out loud and you're just like, what have I become?
Let me clarify. Your New Year's resolution for 2022 is to eat 365 meals.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. See, you always say shit with math. I appreciate it. Stuff. I'm sorry, this is PG.
You heard like Lyall Behrens? He did 365 meals in a year. That's awesome. Any what's your career career game plan? I know you're a very business savvy person. You have some credits now under your belt, but we know you're due for something bigger and better. We know it's coming. So what's your plan?
My God, this is really funny because like we're actually like friends. Can I pull the curtain back a little bit?
Yeah, pull the curtain, man.
Like me and Sammy are like actually friends, and like I be just like complaining to him like these individuals in the industry, they don't get, because I'm a real individual, you know, and I don't say individual now, I say something else. But so I just like this. No, but it's like really is I actually have a new act I'm working on that because I've had some big changes in my life. So I don't know if you feel this, like when you like make a move, you get out of a long-term relationship, you take some L's, you have some good stuff happen to you. You need it's kind of like having a tailored suit. Like you need your act to represent where you're at. Otherwise, you're just on stage going through the motions, like, you know, and like people can kind of feel it. And for me, I want to drop like a new album because I'm really just into dropping albums. Like I love, you know, that's like a thing that I'm like, in terms of things I can control, that's the thing I want to do. I have some scripts and some pilots I'm working on about my kids, Gladys and Sharif. Animated series.
So for those of you who you know, don't follow Lyall on social media, Lyall has this running gag, you could say, or maybe I shouldn't spoil it, about his kids.
You can spoil it.
Yeah, he's always talking about his fake kids, different names every time. He's got new kids, different ages. Usually states the race of his kids too, for whatever reason. Aligned, or you know who his you know, his girlfriend at the time, whoever that is. Very, very hilarious, this imaginary family that Lyall's created. And you're actually now going to construct a whole album around it, or a pilot around it? Is that your plan?
Yeah, I want to do an animated series because I remember like it was Valentine's, and like the way I was inspired, it was Valentine's Day one year, and I saw all these sad single moms. No, shout out all the single moms, but I saw these sad single moms on social media, and they was all like, "This is my Valentine," and it's like a little 6-year-old, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what if I did that?" And then I was like, and then I just started making. I was like, I got my 17-year-old daughter Gladys, my 15-year-old son Sharif, and then as the years went by, I got a 35-year-old white girlfriend named Mildred that has a 14-year-old son named Parker that calls me the N-word and I beat him up. And it's like, he's not real, okay? I don't know. I heard you laughing earlier and I got defensive. They didn't laugh at that. But
save that for season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's awesome, man. And you're in the Bay Area right now, but what city do you want to live in next?
Well, we gotta talk about that later. No, really, you know, because it's like I was in New York, and then I was like, and then just broke up with the girlfriend. I'm like, I'm gonna go to LA where I know people and I'm loved. And then I go to LA, and I'm like, you know what, this is like, I like this, even though I like New York lifestyle better. But it's like they're losing their minds out there. Like it was flooding in the summer. It was like storms and like cicadas, and everybody's got COVID. And I'm like, God, we're doing all this to like live in a cardboard box. And like with New York, you got to be out the house all the time. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's just not worth it.
Right. What annoyed you the most this year?
I like how you phrased that. What annoyed me the most? Personally, or just about life for all of us?
It could be all. It could be. You can name a couple things that, you know, come to your head.
What annoyed me the most is like COVID. Like we still don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
It's like stuff is kind of open. It's kind of not. Some people are sick. Some people aren't. Everybody still thinks they're a doctor. You know. So just like we're still doing this. Like I kind of wish we could go back to when everybody thought they were a political analyst and everybody's like, let me tell you who I'm voting for and why you're wrong and why I'm right. Like, I'm like, God, I really don't like this world still, that we're still kind of like out here like this. You know what I was kind of annoyed about? Like when stuff opened up, I thought we were going to have like a big kind of like Independence Day type moment where like we're running in the streets, kissing each other and every place is packed and super fun to be. Yeah. But I think we got so settled in to like being in the house and a home. Like I'm way more of a homebody than I was before. I mean, you remember me like
over there, honey.
Yeah, over there, honey. And one time, me and Sammy were like in Chicago together, and we're doing these shows. And I was like 26, 27. And Sammy, I was like, come on, Sammy, let's go out. You know, come on, let's go out. Let's go out. You're doing comedy. And then Sammy's like, Lyall, I'm gonna have a talk with you. Right. So I think, because Sammy like pretends he's my dad a lot, and it's great. He's like, son, certain cities you go out. New York, yeah, go out, have some drinks. Chicago, do your spots. You sleep in, and then you go get food the next day. That's how you do Chicago. You do food, do your spots. You don't go out in Chicago. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's a great. I don't remember that. I made that up. That sounds like something I would say.
But I feel that approach is how people are with going out now.
Right. Right. Sure.
That might have been a little too meta of an answer.
That's a great. So people nowadays approach going out like I do in Chicago, but really I do in every city and just made that up.
Yeah. You just made that. Well, we went out in Seattle though. That was fun. I could tell you hated doing it, but like
where did we do recreate? I mean, we went to eat Ethiopian food. What did we do other than that?
No, that was fun. No, I mean, I don't. We had dinner. Okay,
we had dinner.
That was dinner. That wasn't going out. Now,
right. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like,
when we went out was when it was after the show. It was your homegirl from high school that I actually ran into when I was in Scottsdale at the W Hotel. But it was her. Dustin Hempstead was living there at the time, and we went to a whiskey bar. And that was fun.
Did I drink?
You had a drink that you took like 3 sips of, and you just looked at it the entire night, and just kind of like, it's like, what can I get out of this night? Like,
well, Lyall, you actually don't drink in Seattle. In Seattle, you there and you take 3 sips and you think about life. What's next? Yeah.
Could I like tell like a real funny anecdote of a thing that happened with us? Because like Sammy does have his things about how to do cities, and I'm like, and I just buy into it, you know. And it was one time we're on our way to Sacramento, and I'm like, yo, man, I gotta use the bathroom. And he's like, come on, dog, you can't be going out like a punk and sack, dog. And then I was like, dude, Sammy, I have to pee. And he's like, come on, man, we're in Sac, home of the punk dog. You can't get out here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait. And he just kept laughing at me as I was in pain and kept just calling Sac the home of the punk.
Oh.
It was the funniest thing ever.
For any of our viewers of Sac, I do apologize for that. That was 2013 me. I'm, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot more PC now. So, but that trip to Sac. That one was quite life or death, right? That was the same trip.
Was it? Yeah. With when we literally almost died. You want to tell it?
On the way back, I don't remember what we were talking about your recent breakup or something like that. I think, right?
No, and you made me sound horrible in your blog. I was so pissed off when I read it.
Oh, we were talking about you had an argument with your girlfriend. You had an argument with your girlfriend.
Yeah, but the way. All right, so here's what happened. It's really like it's really a pain when you read something about yourself from your friend. And I remember but then Sammy wrote something later that I'm going to tell y'all later that made me not as mad so Sammy's like, so basically what happened is we're driving and it was raining, and then the car spun like 5 times. And if there were more cars on the road, we really would have been in some serious trouble. And Sammy, I see his blog and a bunch of people like this one comic, Stroy Moyd, who's like very, he'd be asking me stuff like, so how much money do you make? So then Stroy asks everybody how much money they make, right? So Stroy's like, I heard you're having problems with your girlfriend, Lyall. And I'm like, where'd you hear that? He said, oh, it was on Sammy's blog. And I'm like, hold on, what's a blog? And then I go to the computer, and then I read it, and then I'm reading in Sammy's voice, and it's like, and as the rain intensified, Lyall's anger intense when he talked about the situation with his girlfriend. Like, what the fuck? You make me sound like a monster.
That's good, right? That's good prose, yeah.
And I was always mad about it. Then you put your dad's personal business out there. He was like, your dad was cheating or something. I'm like, okay, he did that to his daddy too. He just basically Arab Quincy Jones.
Dude, I learned things about myself on my blog that I didn't even tell myself. So it's pretty crazy, man. A lot gets out on there. A lot of leaked stuff. But yeah, we almost died. We spun out on the road and we made it through that one. So let's sip some wine. You down to play a game?
Yeah. Can I tell one more anecdote?
Yeah. One more anecdote. Let's go.
All right. This is a little, everybody here is 21 and up and not has good sensibilities, right? All right.
We don't check IDs at the door. So.
Okay, cool. I can cuss on this?
Or sensibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so one time, and this was first girl. I was she wasn't a girlfriend, but we were dating and blah 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 blah. And it turned out she somebody, and it was I was and she was older. I was 21, 22, and she was 30, right? So anyway, so I'm just tripping off it, and then This is during Sammy's 1,000 Days, nearing the end. And, you know, we're both just like, I'm like, women. And he's just like, comedy, comedy, comedy. And we're driving. It's night. I actually think we might have been coming back from Sac or Yuba City or like somewhere up north. But anyway, so Sammy's, he's like, you know, Lyall, like one thing is about guys like us. We're funny. So no matter what, they are never going to meet somebody as funny as us. And they're always going to be thinking, yeah, they're going to laugh. But they're going to be like, you know what? I laughed harder when I was with him. And I was like, damn, man, like, you right. And then Sammy said, come on, dog. You know, that's just some bullshit I tell myself. You know, they're probably stuck in it with a Chris Rock special in the background. The big piece of chicken.
Damn. That one should go on stage. Let me write that down.
That was the funniest thing I ever, that was like in top 5 of the funniest moments I ever had in private.
Great. Love it. You ready to play a game?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's welcome our resident game show host, live from Omicron, Katie.
Thanks.
Hey, Katie.
How's it going?
Good.
As Sammy has told you multiple times, I have COVID, so we'll get that out of the way.
Then get away from me.
Yeah, right. I'll cough directly onto the screen. Make sure you have your masks on. We're gonna play a little game called Coal or No Coal. Lyall, do you celebrate Christmas or any holiday during this time of year? Or
Yes, I'm Muslim.
Okay. But you're aware of how Santa works?
Yeah.
Good. Sammy warned me that you were going to make fun of me the whole time, so.
That's so funny.
He put it on his blog, so it was good. I had it ahead of time. What we're going to do is that both of you are going to decide whether these famous people deserve coal or no coal, so they're naughty or nice this year. I also I'm probably the resident creeper, and I kind of pay attention to everyone's social media. And one thing I noticed is that you're not very good with names, celebrity names. So I made sure I added photos for you, so maybe that will help. Right? Right?
Well,
okay.
now I have to make fun of you.
All right. So the first one is Drake. So, Lyall, I'll have you go first, whether you think Drake is naughty or nice, whether he deserves coal or no coal, and then Sammy, you can go afterwards.
I'm gonna say he deserves coal this year. I don't like the things he was telling women on his last album.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Sammy's probably.
Did you hear his last album? Okay.
Yeah.
Like his last album, it was like, I gotta be single. You can't control me. I'm like, why are you telling these women that? Right? Like, you kind of messing up my life right now.
Sammy,
you didn't hear his recent album, right? Girls Want Coal, where I'm from. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say Drake is nice because he's from Canada. He really can't do otherwise.
Fair enough. Also, with these games, Sammy usually just goes with the opposite. So make sure you just paint him right into a corner. Make him look
okay. I appreciate the cheat sheet.
All right, Sammy, we'll have you go next here. Zendaya. If you don't recognize her, she was in a lot of movies this year. She was in a movie where she was just didn't say anything the entire time, but somehow she was the star.
I can see why.
She didn't make it onto my radar this year, so I would say that's her bad. So she's not good.
I'm gonna say she gets cold for 2 reasons. One, I only watched The Wire and The Sopranos. I only watched 2 TV shows. Like, show me that gangster. Like, that's just me all 21st or whatever. I watch something. And 2, I don't like it when like be like, oh, it's a diverse cast and it just be Zendaya, you know. So, you need to get you some Lakeith Stanfield in there. Get you Zazie Beetz.
Okay, that's fair. The next one, this one might be a little bit tougher, or not. Mike Pence.
Look, man, he went through a lot with that fly. You know, So like I'm real simple. Like man, like you was just at your work, just trying to keep your job, and then you had like a fly on you, and then everybody's clowning on you. But at the same time, I'm like, he don't go on the internet. It's like give Mike Pence some coal because I feel like he doesn't please his wife just by the fact that he's like, I can't be in a room with other women, and I'm like, all right, that lets me know some weird stuff going on. And that's just like what he's willing to say in public. And it's like, yo, even if you do that, because like me, it's a lot of ignorant stuff about Lyall Behrens, but I have enough sense to like be like, I can't be letting the world know that. But Mike Pence don't have that sense. So I'm imagining like the bad stuff he does is like really bad. So like I'll give him his coal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Mike Pence coal as well because he actually on record said not supporting the coal industry is un-American.
All right. This one might be a little bit more controversial. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson together as a collective. I couldn't find any photos that weren't grainy and from far apart or on Staten Island. So what do we think?
Yeah, I say nice. I want to see the sex tape. So whatever helps. Get that out. I don't want to get in the way of that. I don't want them to be just all covered in coal,
Yeah, you want to see this Pete? All right, never mind. I was gonna do some Italian food joke with it, like and then she's sucking this while he's eating a chicken parm. Like I don't know. I'm giving them coal for multiple reasons. One, Kanye brought Pete around Kim. Okay, that's disloyal right there. Okay, so it's coal for both of them. Like, wait, what? You gonna smash the homie? Like Ray J said. You can't just go and smash the homie. Like, go out. Like, if you're gonna be single, go out into a different world. Don't go right down the street. Like, so that's one. Two, she got the one good thing about this is Kanye and Drake did that Free Larry Hoover concert, and we got Drake and Kanye on stage doing back-to-back songs together. And now it's really Kanye doing his like, let me get my back show. So I'm like, I do appreciate something came of that. But no, man, they get cold. Also, look, this might be a little biased, but as somebody that had a kind of ambiguous white girlfriend break up with him, I don't like the idea of like, I would prefer she went with, bothers me. It's like, man, white man wins again. Can like, just go get you Kevin Durant or something. Like you go, like I don't know. I'm like a little bit of hater, but yeah, they get their cold.
Got it. All right. On the other end, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Look at that happy little photo of Snoop Dogg. He's so happy. Lyall, what do you think?
You can't give Snoop coal. Like he doesn't bother anybody. He's Snoop. Like, can I tell you something? I love geriatrics. He's not but he's geriatric by rapper standards. He's like 50. But look, let me tell you something. Snoop Dogg, I like how he uses social media because he's such an old person the way he does it. Like he all he does is post memes, and then it'll be like him smoking weed, listening to a song, and just being like, yeah, that shit hard right there. It's like he'll okay, so Dr. Dre, right? Dr. Dre got served. Dr. Dre going through a divorce. This is a bad year for black men with white women. It ain't been this bad a year since OJ and Nicole. But so anyway, Dr. Dre and his white wife got divorced, right? And then she served him papers at it was either his mother or his grandmother's funeral, right? And everybody's like, damn. And like on one hand, like my mom was like, well, that don't leave the house. And I'm like, come on, take his side, mom. But like, I'm laughing because my mom right here. But what happened right though is it's like that happened and Snoop Dogg got on Instagram and he's like, Dr. Dre, you're gonna come through this. You've always been a leader for us and you've always been able to turn a negative into a positive. And I just want to see people shine. And like I appreciate this, like I like this Snoop, man. Give him a toy. You know what? Like leave the cookies and the milk for Snoop. That's how I feel.
What about you, Sammy?
I'm gonna give Snoop coal just because he can probably use it for his industrial sized lighter.
That was so simple and sweet. Okay. Now something completely different. Fred Durst doing his dad vibe. Yeah, Fred Durst did like 3 shows with Limp Bizkit, and then they canceled them because they didn't trust the rest of their audience, which is fair. I wouldn't trust a Limp Bizkit audience either. But this is him dressed up as a dad.
Okay, Katie, I got a quick question, right? Did he age bad, or is that like a wig? Like what happened?
It's a wig.
Okay.
I mean, he probably did age bad, but the wig doesn't help.
Yeah.
What do we think, Sammy?
I'm gonna give him coal as well, just for not making any more music, or not making enough music that are, again, off my radar. You have so much money, you could have done so many things with that.
What about you, Lyall?
I will not give him coal because he hasn't been making music. So for the reason Sammy won't give him, so for the reason Sammy gives him coal, I won't give him coal.
Okay. Now we have Megan Thee Stallion, probably one of the most influential artists of the year. And love that dress on her. What are we thinking? Lyall?
I'm gonna give her a stocking stuffer.
Keep it at that.
Keep it at that. Whether you just say naughty or nice, right? Where the coal.
Sure.
That's the point of the game. Right.
I was making a sexual innuendo, but
no, for sure. No, we got that.
I thought I was supposed to be entertaining, but all right, I'll play.
Curb it back, Lyall. Curb it back.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Midwest audience.
We just lost half our Midwest demographic.
My apologies to the flyover KO comedy demographic. Let's go. I'm gonna just go naughty and nice. Let's go double in.
Excellent. Sammy?
Megan Thee Stallion is everywhere. I see her in like commercials now, and people talk about her, and I've seen so many people bring her up, like, to people who don't know about her, and like, it's Megan Thee Stallion. Like I heard of like at least 5 comics when they're a sound guy was like, hey, what music do you want me to bring you on to? And they're like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion. Make sure you spell it with 2 E's. She really created the talk with the whole "the" thing. So what I'm saying is, she deserves a really good Christmas present.
Leave it at that one too.
I'm gonna give her a stocking stuffer. I'm sorry. Can I say that?
The Midwest says, well, they've left a while ago. They were very offended a while ago. So, someone completely different. Taylor Swift.
Oh god.
Yeah, here we go. Sammy, you go first.
I would give her a gift and then have Kanye take it away from her right away.
Got it. Lyall?
That was just such a good joke. I just want to do my Kanye impression.
So Kanye takes it away from her, and
okay, what's the gift though?
It's a new microphone.
So this microphone, okay, I feel like Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein, okay? So Taylor, look, I know you had a wonderful Christmas, but you not thinking about Kwanzaa? You not thinking about Hanukkah? Look, that's a great joke. Like I'm gonna say, like, she done annoyed me for a good amount of time. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm just like, why is this girl always talking? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm from the 50s. But what she did was she re-recorded her songs to get her masters back, and I'm like, that's gangster stuff, So like, I respect that. So I'm like, you know what, like good for you. And then now other artists are like in turn re-recording their catalog so they can get their masters back. So Taylor showed artists a new way and did something revolutionary. Man, give her a present. That's respectable.
All right.
Yeah.
The last one. Yeah, here we go. Michael Jordan. There we go. What are we thinking? Lyall, I'll have you go first because you look so excited about it.
And I took it personally. Okay, I'm gonna say, look, okay, like, so Michael Jordan, I think we all know is a horrible person by now. Like he's great at basketball. I'll say like he's better than LeBron. He's better than Kobe. Like fine. But like he seems like a really like rude person. Like he's mean as hell, little sociopath. You know, even before he lost his daddy. You know, it's like. But what I will say is he helped so many grown men get through the pandemic with The Last Dance. We had nothing to do. There's no NBA, no NFL, no MLB. We binge watch The Last Dance. We call each other up like, hey, what you think of Last Dance? Oh, yeah. Last Dance. Oh, man, then Michael. And like, he just gave grown men something to do, you know, other than, you know, because we was going crazy. So I feel like anytime somebody can just occupy a grown man's time, you got to appreciate them. So, you know what? Give it up for Michael. Like, no Cole.
What about you, Sammy?
I'm going to give Michael the Cole. Where Cole is an acronym for champion of all LeBrons.
Did you do that in advance?
Nope. Swear to God.
Okay, well, this leads into the next one perfectly. Does Sammy deserve Cole or not Cole? This one's for you.
Oh, this is going to be fun. So Sammy does not deserve Cole because he brought us all here together.
Aww.
You know, and we got to appreciate a guy like Sam. No, I'm going to give you flowers right now, Sammy. Because one thing is like, outside of all the fun anecdotes and all that, and all the stage time and all the times he ran the light while doing my shows in person. You know, if he ever comes to Minnesota, be careful, Katie. If he has, but it's you don't run that light. But Sammy, he always brings people together. And Sammy, one thing that's very impressive is he's very about himself and his growth, while also bringing people together and really helping people progress. And you gotta appreciate that. So no Cole.
Oh, that's so nice, Sammy.
Nice. Thank you, Lyall.
I can't wait to hear how you're gonna give yourself Cole.
I don't know why myself.
You got my real estate picture.
That's a great photo. That was a great photo. We wanted everyone to see a nice smile.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy, it's your turn. Lyall deserve Cole or no Cole? Again, Sammy.
I know what he's really thinking, but he's like, do I pick the comedy one or the real one?
Whichever one has the best joke. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I'm gonna give Lyall Cole, and that's because look at this. Look at the picture of this gentleman here. This is a very business savvy guy right here. This guy in this picture, look at this. He's basically saying, give me some coal, I'm gonna turn it into profit. You can make $1 million with that coal, Lyall. You know how to flip coal and turn it into gold.
I like this. Give this man more hard times. He'll figure it out. All right.
It works. You
give Lyall some chitlins, you'll have a meal. I get it.
All right, that was my last one for today.
Oh man,
You did a really nice job. That was so sweet.
Yeah. Nice ending. Very, very nice. Well, thank you, Katie. Everybody give it up for Katie. She's now cured of Omicron. She's released. We can release her now.
No, I have to stay inside for 10 days. That's not how that works.
Have you cheated at all, Katie?
Have I cheated? I literally got my COVID test 4 hours ago, so I hope not.
I mean, do you? What I mean
is,
is, like, do you plan on going for a walk or like doing any like? I don't know.
I don't know. This is a great excuse to stay away from my family, so
yeah,
I'm gonna milk that for what it's worth. But maybe I'll go walk around outside. It's like -10 outside. I don't want to go outside.
Oh wow. Okay. You know, 10 days goes by real fast if you have a time machine. I'm just saying, if you had a time machine right now, you go 14 days in the future, nobody's gonna know. Anyways, I'm not. And that's how Omicron was created. Well, Lyall, thanks so much for joining us today. This was a great chance to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug? Stageworks, New Year's Eve, 2 shows, 7 and 10, 8 and 10.
Yeah. 8 and 10 p.m. shows. Okay. Here's the things I want to plug. 1, New Year's Eve show. If you're in the Bay Area, if you're not, I'm gonna pretend you're gonna get on a plane. You're not gonna get on a plane to see me. You know. Second, social media, man. Just follow me on Instagram and Twitter and see the videos. And I have a podcast called Let's Unpack That, where it's I share a lot of my nuanced opinions about certain individuals in society. Thank you guys, Mike. Oh, and then I have an album that you guys can get on iTunes or Spotify or whatever, called Couples Therapy. So, check that out if you want to hear my actual stand-up. And YouTube, follow my Lyall Behrens YouTube page and like stuff. Don't give feedback,
just like thumbs up, no actual texts.
Yeah, I mean, you ever have somebody just leave a comment and you can just tell they're an old, and just by the it was good. What I would do is just cut it down, and I would use your voice more.
Right.
This is what I do.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks again for stopping by, and hope I get to see you soon.
Likewise, man.
Everybody give a hand for our friend Lyall Behrens. Thank you for coming on the show. We now have an amazing musical act. It's our first time joining us here on the So Happy Hour. I want everybody to start getting mentally prepared for the live musical stylings of Becky Sanders.
Hello, how's it going? Can you hear
Hey!
me? Oh, I've been spotlighted. Just want you all to know what's happening on my screen. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna sing you a couple of my songs.
Woo!
You used to love me and I used to know. I carried you with me wherever I'd go. But now it seems you're not sure, and I must love you with a broken heart. Now through my pride out on the ground, I just want you around. I've had you and I want more, but I'm still picking pieces from the floor. And I'm done wondering if we'll ever feel right again. I'm done wondering if you'll ever come around. You used to love me and I used to know. Was walking on sunshine, but now I've been brought low. And I would join you back on the clouds, but I must love you with a broken heart. And I threw my pride out on the ground, I just want you around. I've had you and I want more, but I'm still picking pieces from the floor. And I'm done wondering if we'll ever feel right again. I'm done wondering if you'll ever come around. And if the cold ache tears us apart, please know I wanted to keep it together. You used to love me and I used to know. Now instead of I love you, don't go, and I would give you a fresh start. But I'm done wondering if we'll ever feel right again. I'm done wondering if you'll ever come around. You broke my heart, and I thought it would mend. Now I can see you just break it again. But I'm done wondering. I'm done wondering. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nothing like some torch songs around Christmas, right?
Hey Becky, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah,
Would you
absolutely.
mind dropping your Venmo for us in the chat? So if anybody wants to send you a tip, is that okay? Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot to
I
ask
would
it for
love-
you. Yeah.
I would love to do that. Happy Venmo Christmas. Right? Okay.
Remember, this is a free show, everybody. So if you want to tip the performers, you got Becky Sanders right there, and Lyall Behrens right
really
there.
hard to
Thank you
remember.
so much.
Thank you for asking. Speaking of tips, there's like a small chance that that like my delivery for my dinner arrives during my songs. I got the timing a little off. It'll be fine. First, more Twitch songs. Is that okay? Or I don't know. Am I interrupting?
Yeah, no, keep it going.
Okay. Cheers. Every man I've loved just wanted to control me, conquer me, then own me, tame my wild ways. But I'm like a messenger bird. Throw me to the wind and I'll always come home. But if you put me in a cage, I'll cry and I'll moan and I'll ache, and eventually I'll break free and I'll be on my way. I will want to love you, but I won't be able to stay. But every man I've loved has wanted to critique me, nitpick, mold, beseech me, tame my wild ways. But I'm like a messenger bird. Throw me to the wind and I'll always come home. But if you put me in a cage, I'll cry and I'll moan and I'll ache, and eventually I'll break free and I'll be on my way. I will want to love you, but I won't be able to stay. Just let me be free to be me. Just let me be free. Just let me be. But every man I've loved has wanted to contempt me, snicker, scold, resent me, tame my wild ways. But I'm like a messenger bird. Throw me to the wind and I'll always come home. But if you put me in a cage, I'll cry and I'll moan and I'll ache, and eventually I'll break free and I'll be on my way. I want to love you, but I won't be able to stay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna just do one more here. Those are my songs, so you gotta find me to listen to them. Becky Rocks on Instagram. There we go. I plugged a thing. I want to sing one more song that that is not one of my songs. It's just a song that makes me think of the holidays, even though it's not strictly a holiday song. For any other currently holiday orphans for now. Feel free to dance and like jig. That's how you can best make me feel good for this one. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, in that bog there was a hole, a rare hole, a rattling hole, a hole in the bog and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, in that hole there was a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree, a tree in the hole, in the hole, in the bog, and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, on that tree there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, a branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the bog, and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, on that branch there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest, a nest on the branch of the tree in the hole in the bog, and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, in that nest there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird, a bird in the nest on the branch of the tree, and the tree in the hole in the bog, and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, on that bird there was a feather, a rare feather, a rattling feather, a feather on the bird, and the bird on the nest, and the nest on the branch of the tree in the hole in the bog, and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, on that feather there was a flea, a rare flea, a rattling flea, a flea on the feather, and the feather on the bird, and the bird in the nest, and the nest on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole in the bog, and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Well, on that flea there was a shoe, a rare shoe, a rattling shoe, a shoe on the feather, and the feather on the bird, and the bird in the nest, and the nest on the branch, and the branch on the tree in the hole in the bog, and the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Oh, lo, the rattling bug, the bug down in the valley. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Becky. One more hand for Becky Sanders, everybody.
Becky.
Thank you so much for coming to the final So Happy Hour of the year. We appreciate you supporting this whole year. It's been a fantastic year with you all. You gonna say something or what? Give it up for our amazing team of So Happy Hour writers. Putting themselves out at risk, getting infected for the job. Our co-executive producer Katie and Jeremiah, aka Major Aubrey. So one more hand for everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Happy hour. Merry holidays to all of you. And happy almost New Year.
The club.
Republic of Yemen?
Controlled by terrorists. Oh, there's multiple? That's crazy.
No, it's territories, bro.
Territories, not terrorists.
Yeah,
you
no,
idiot.
it's territories controlled by. He
Sees
said
what he wants to
terrorists.
These two friends of mine were caught putting a recycling item into our compost bin here at the house. Very disappointed. That's my mood. How are you?
Well,
Not asking you. I'm
Okay.
asking the audience. How are you all today? Thank you for joining.
I didn't keep going.
Thank you all for coming. This is our podcast. It's not named yet. Don't worry about it. I don't even want to call it a podcast, to be honest. I think there's too many podcasts out there. I don't want to contribute to the podcast overpopulation problem, just like I don't want bottles going into the compost. You know, it's all part of the same problem.
yeah, but sometimes people just want to, listen to anything just for entertainment, and they just want to get the job done. Kind of like, blindly throwing a bottle into a bag because you're just trying to get that piece of trash out of your hand.
I was looking for the burn pile. I couldn't find it. You don't burn your trash over here?
Chai, straight out of India.
Yeah. You got an Indian Andy Richter right next to me.
Yeah.
Come on.
Today we have our lovely guest, Ahmed Al-Qadri. Or Ahmed. How do you want
You could
people to-
pronounce it Ahmed Al-Qadri.
What's the most authentic way to say your name?
Ahmed Al-Qadri.
Beautiful. Beautiful. But most people call you Ahmed.
They say Ahmed.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm afraid of my heritage or anything like that. It's
You're
just,
unafraid of the Houthis?
I'm not. I personally, when I'm talking to white people, for example, or just non-Arabs, and they're like, "What's your name?" I go, "Ahmed." Ahmed. That like long, awkward.
It's too much.
Me trying to them trying to figure out my name. I don't like that, so I'm like, just say Ahmed. I don't care.
Has somebody gone like too long on the
All the time.
Yeah.
That's why I really just introduce myself as Ahmed. Yeah, they go, "Wait, hold on."
Yeah.
And then now you have like the California whites where they really want to press it. Like, hold on, let me pronounce it. Ahmed. And they're like
Right.
super nice about
yeah.
it, but it's still awkward. I'm like,
It's not awkward,
Arabic
it's-
is with
it's
the throat. Use your
awkward.
throat. It's awkward.
Okay, cool.
What's your walkout music? Like when they
I always tell them choose whatever you would like.
really?
Yeah. What's yours?
I have two. Either ABBA Dancing Queen or Look Alive by Drake on the 13-second mark. Because I know they're playing it on Spotify.
What happens on the 13-second mark?
It just, the beat drops like, boom, 901, Look Alive. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel really cool when I do that.
So it's overcompensation.
Yeah, it's overcompensational music. Or I play ABBA Dancing Queen because they're like, this is my vibe here.
A little flamey.
A little flamey, you know what I mean? But is he gay? Probably not, but he's happy and wholesome, stuff like that. Or it could be like this.
What's that?
Clown music?
No, the banjo. It's an old not Cotton Eye Joe. No, not Cotton Eye Joe. I'll figure it out. Wait, this is intern. Yo, do your job. I'm just kidding. I'm not giving them. I'm not helping it out.
Yeah, just-
We should tell your audience how you and I met.
How did we meet?
That's actually a really
Grindr?
good question. No. I actually do remember. We hung out when I opened for Mo Ahmed, and you
Yes.
also opened Mo Ahmed.
Yes.
And then Mo Ahmed yelled at me because I didn't know my place.
Yes. Mo Ammer scolded you, and rightfully so. I'm going to side with Mo on this one.
Now this is like
Yeah.
2 years later.
Of course. No, at the time, I comforted you.
At the
because
time,
you're-
I didn't know what was going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It was honestly the first time I've ever been in that kind of situation. So
What
I didn't
happened?
know how to act.
He was running
I got
material.
really excited because I had a good
Yeah.
set. And then Sammy goes, "Oh, I like that little pun jokes that you do with the Middle Eastern countries." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then I pulled out a list. I was like, "Here's the other ones I started thinking of."
Yeah.
And I just start like
Running
listing
them off right to me as I was sitting right next to Mo, having a conversation with Mo. Like we were literally talking,
I didn't realize
catching up. We hadn't talked in a long time, and
And
you
then
come.
you-
And why don't you share some of these jokes that you were running by us?
Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
Sure, no, let's hear some. Let's hear some.
I think brown men should have our own. Once you go black, you never go back. So I go up to a girl like, "Hey, trying to get rowdy. Here's a Saudi. Want a guy with a hard this is from Iraq." And then I go, "Oh, he's a bit quirky. He's from Turkey."
These are the good ones, right? The tried and true ones, right? Now do the experimental ones that you were
I was giving him an experiment,
showing.
and then Sammy was like, "Oh, that one's good." And that Sammy was being nice, and he was like,
While
"Oh, that
having a
one's-"
conversation with Mo, I was like, yeah, no, so it's been good.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's fine. Yeah, so it's like that. And then give us like 3 of the experiment. 3 of the ones that you probably don't do anymore.
He arrives late. He's from Kuwait. Damn, you're making me bomb on your own podcast. Oh, this one, pants undone from Jordan.
Wow.
That doesn't even
It
rhyme.
didn't even rhyme.
I think that's the one where Mohammed was like, all right, just stop, bro. Chill.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
Shut the up, okay? Oh, by the way, are you Sunni or Shia?
I'm like Sunni moon, Shia rising.
Yeah, I mean, I know I have a few Yemeni friends, but
Who else?
Ali Sultan. Ali Sultan.
I was like, it's just
Ali
me and
Sultan.
Ali Sultan. Mike Ishak? Do you know Mike
a
Ishak?
few, Mike Ishak, yeah, I don't know him too well, but I know that he's Yemeni. Yeah.
What else do you know? Do you want to know about Yemen?
Well, I want to know who the best Yemeni comic is in the world. Best number 1 Yemeni comedian or best Yemeni
Eddie
comedian?
Izzard is actually because we've Googled this.
So we Googled this before. When
You're
you
on-
Google number 1 Yemeni comedian.
Sammy
Eddie
Obeid
Izzard.
pops up.
Bet-
Sammy Obeid pops
Right?
up.
Is it a picture of me? Or do
It's
you-
Eddie Izzard and then it's Sammy Obeid. Can you check the British top Yemeni comedian? Sammy Obeid.
Top Yemeni
Sammy
comedian,
Obeid.
So, I just want to make that clear. Who is the top Yemeni comedian according to Google?
Sammy
It is me.
Obeid.
So you have family in Yemen, and you've been to Yemen.
Yeah, last time I went to Yemen was 2013. I'm actually planning on going back soon. I want to get my Yemeni passport. I'm working on it.
Why?
I need material. And they were like, it's a dangerous country. Count me in.
You have your puns. You can fight people.
Yeah. Hey, not getting any? How about a Yemeni?
Yeah. Oh.
Mohammed is there? What did I tell you? Can you put, how long was British imperialism in Aden, Yemen?
The British seized Aden in 1839.
Yeah, for 129 years. Yeah. For what?
1829.
1839, and then lasted.
till 70s. Till 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the 70s.
Good job.
Yeah.
This is Spark Notes version. So, but basically,
You're doing
so Ali Abdullah Saleh was rising to power.
Yep.
Ali Abdullah Saleh was a similar president like everybody, like all the other Middle Eastern presidents, playing a lot of games. Like, for example, like he would...
Like chess, checkers.
No, yeah, like he was playing both sides with everybody. So
Okay.
even with America, like when America announced their war on terror, he would capture Al-Qaeda terrorists, whatever, and then sell them to America, get
He was
money
selling
from
Al-Qaeda terrorists.
Well, yeah, because he was giving it to the American government, and they would
Yeah.
give him money. But then he was also sided with Al-Qaeda too. So he was like playing both sides.
He would buy in wholesale from Al-Qaeda.
Something
and
like
sell
that,
at a
yeah.
profit. Al Costco.
I mean, and again, and this is like, it doesn't if you go deep. This is all like obviously hearsay. I mean, that's why I admire you a lot in your comedy because you're smart. You're good at political comedy.
I don't know
stay
a lot.
away
I
from
know
politics.
I talk about what I know, and I try to learn more so that I can talk about more stuff. And I don't know a lot about Yemen's history, but I do find that it very interesting that the Houthi rebels are associated as like the kind of the face of Yemen, even though they're not Yemen. But at the same time,
Yeah, and
they're in a
everyone's
sense
cheering.
they are in control of Yemen.
They
because
have half the coast, so
They have-
that's how they're like shipping out boats, right?
So-
yeah,
so-
they took over. Like they have Taz, right? Can you check? Let me see. Can you zoom in? Are you sure it's no? Yellow is Republic of Yemen.
Controlled by terrorists. Oh, there's multiple? That's crazy.
No, it's territories, bro.
territories, not terrorists, you idiot.
it's territories controlled by. he
sees
said
what he wants to
terrorists.
see.
in his-
Just sees what he wants
No,
to
but
see.
But like, listen, here's the thing: when they declared war on Israel, they on Israel, they first shot rockets and it hit Egypt. Like they don't have to risk it. Like even my uncle was like, "This is a joke, right?" No one took him seriously when they declared war.
Yeah.
So they shot and then they shot some more rockets. Israel and Saudi Arabia intercepted the rockets.
But they
because
are
of your fight.
really, really good at seizing cargo ships.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
You
And
gotta
then
give 'em
they
credit for
shot missiles at a U.S. ship. That's what they said.
If they look at the timeline, the Houthis, they seized a few cargo ships passing through the Red Sea.
Yeah.
I think some were either headed to Israel or some were heading from Israel.
Yeah.
I believe they didn't kill anybody. They just threw,
No, they didn't.
They threw like some dance parties on them. some
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
like,
throwing
conservative-
weddings,
Yeah.
all dudes, no chicks, great
Yeah.
dancing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
and
holding
I mean-
hands.
Yeah, chewing
Right.
cots.
And then, but of course, this intimidates people who are passing through the Red Sea, and so a lot of cargo ships then had to route around the Red Sea
Yeah.
in order to avoid that, and this costs a lot of money.
A lot.
A lot of money.
And that's when the U.S. and UK were like,
Yes.
we're stepping in.
Yes. The first reaction was Rishi Sunak, who, because BP said that they would not go through the Red Sea anymore, Rishi Sunak started calling for a ceasefire.
Rishi?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rishi Sunak, Prime Minister of UK, because he has obviously some kind of stake in BP, and
Probably,
suddenly, all of a sudden, became about a ceasefire.
Yeah.
And then the U.S. was like, "No, we got this. We're gonna go send our ship over there and calm things down." And I believe we sent a ship.
And they got bombed.
And they sent a missile.
Then the Houthis actually fired.
But that's
at
the
it.
thing. It's like, am I like, again, I personally didn't like what the Houthis did in Yemen, like what they did, killing, blah, blah, blah. And I don't agree with the stance of death to America, death to Israel, all that stuff. I disagree. Call me crazy.
Yeah. I like America.
Call me old-fashioned.
But I'm not a fan as an American citizen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm just anti-war.
Yeah, I think that's a good stance.
AKA a little bitch.
Yeah.
So all your listeners are like, wow, what a little pussy.
Low T.
Bitch.
Yeah.
What a little low T asshole.
People tuned in here to be like, yeah, he's gonna fucking seize a ship and he's gonna like.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't like war, guys.
The only ship I like are relationships. Can everyone love each other, please?
Where's Moammer?
There it is. Yeah.
Well, so thanks for tuning in to a podcast. Anyways, so check out Ahmed's special, February 24th.
Yeah, February 24th, I'll be releasing my special, not special. It's going to be on my YouTube channel, Ahmed Al-Qadri, my Instagram, and my TikTok. And I'm going to get back on Twitter. Ahmed Loves Bread. AHMED loves bread. If you follow me, you become a breadhead or a breadcrumb. If you come to a show or buy merch, you become a purebred. At the end of the day, we're all breadwinners.
Wow. And
that's
show
Mohammed. Where's Mohammed?
yeah, I was gonna say, and if you get too friendly with him, you're an inbred.
Can I use that?
All right. Yeah, of course.
Subscribe.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody.
That makes sense.
What about Europa?
Well, Europa's a good place. Actually, there are like 7 other places besides Earth that are reachable with our rocket. So, if you did a poll among scientists, what's your favorite place to look for life elsewhere? They'd probably say Enceladus these days.
I'm celibate as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and welcome your host for the evening and future president, Sammy Obeid.
I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase. I'm running for president in 2036.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. We got 18 live ones in here. As you know, we got the most sophisticated lighting in the house. It's called the sun. But fitting for this episode, because today we're talking about space, everybody. So why not use the most natural lighting of our solar system, huh? So we have the amazing Seth Showstack here today. Yes, and may I say this show is stacked. Okay, come on. Come on. I'm sorry. But has anybody done that pun for you yet, Seth? I hope not. What a week! Jeff Bezos launched into space in a very phallic-looking rocket for a mission that only lasted 11 minutes, which is no surprise considering Amazon packages come quick. So Jeff Bezos took off into space with his younger brother, also an 18-year-old Dutch boy, or man, however you see it, and an 82-year-old Wally Funk. Yes, making it the youngest and oldest person to ever be in space. And I think it was pretty brave of Jeff Bezos to represent all 4 stages of life of white privilege. Speaking of which, Marjorie Taylor Greene has been suspended from Twitter after she repeatedly shared vaccine misinformation. And I, for one, am really enjoying their new character limit. Ben & Jerry's decided to stop selling ice cream in the occupied Palestinian territories, which is taken as a victory by pro-Palestinians because now Israel will be physically occupying less of Palestine by 17,000 pints. 4 pharmaceutical companies agreed to $26 billion in a settlement to end opioid lawsuits this week. Meanwhile, my drug dealer won't return my calls. Speaking Speaking of drug dealers, Dr. Fauci and Rand Paul went head-to-head in the Senate, resulting in Fauci saying, Senator Paul, you don't know what you're talking about, and I want to say that officially. And then under his breath, he said, unofficially, you a Speaking of COVID, more than 24 Olympic athletes, coaches, and officials have tested positive for not marijuana, but for COVID-19. Now, I'm not a betting man, but I assume they'll cover the spread. All right, everybody, this is going to be a fantastic show. But before we begin with our guest, we have a word from our sponsors. Let's bring it on.
Are you filthy? And I'm talking filthy, dirty, stinking, disgustingly, abhorrently, unnecessary, and infuriatingly wealthy? Well, I am. And do you want to make the planet inhabitable again? If so, then space tourism is for you. I mean, why end world hunger or cure cancer or pay teachers or even pay your taxes when you can touch the troposphere for 2 minutes?
It was 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was 2 minutes.
No, it was 3 whole minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes, 59.9 seconds. Anyway,
Ugh.
space tourism is the next best thing to living on a hunk of encrusted magma with trees, birds, weather patterns, cultural misappropriation, politics, music, and art, TikTok trends, Instagram stories, Bo Burnham specials, wars, germs, famines, plagues, books, family, while floating around on a big ball of gas in the middle of an infinitely expanding pit of chaos and darkness.
It's called Earth, asshole.
Shut up, 2 minute man.
3 minutes.
Nah, it was 2. One to get it up and one to come back down.
Whatever.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. And who is she?
Mother Earth. And speaking of Earth, let's talk about what space tourism can do for you. Traveling to the top of the world has several exciting benefits. Need a break from your spouse and kids? Go to space. Afraid of fascism? Go to space. Afraid of socialism? Go to therapy. Afraid of taxes? Me too. We can both go to space. Mankind was born to explore the cosmos the same way we explore everything else. That's why I want to introduce you to our motto. Space exploration is the new gentrification. Wait, who wrote this? Who wrote this? This is not good, guys. No, we do not want them to know that we're going to colonize outer space, drain most of its resources because it's mostly black. No, the topic is tourism. Tourism, people, come on, get it together. Excuse me. That's why I want to introduce you to our motto. We're going flying because Earth is dying. Come on. All right, but seriously, the future of space exploration is the future of humanity. Space tourism is the first step towards that future, so buy your tickets today. They're out of this world. All right, no, seriously, guys, where are the tickets? Did I leave them on the rocket? Okay, no.
All right, give it up for our sponsors, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah, the bar's pretty low putting on these shows for our sponsors. We really will take anything at this point. But no, space travel is the hot topic. It's the topic of the week, and of course, fittingly, we have an amazing guest. You've probably looked him up by seeing him on our show flyer. He is the founder of the SETI Institute. Sorry, I hope I'm saying that right. Fantastic. I've already made enough puns of his name, so I don't want to make a fool of myself anymore. But everybody, welcome Seth Shostak.
Oh, I'm here, Sammy. Lay it on me. Tell me what we're going to talk about. Are we going to talk about going to space, whether it's a good idea, whether it's not a good idea? What are we going to talk about?
Well, I wanted to earn that question, which I have not, which I'm quite a far away from doing. First of all, can we get the spotlight figured out real quick? Share spotlight, share. Let me see spotlight for everyone. Yeah, is there a reason why we can't share the spotlight?
I'm not sure. It keeps ticking.
Yeah, that's strange. This keeps kicking. Oh, maybe Seth has it on a setting or something like that where he doesn't like it. It won't let. Anyways,
It's a secret setting if it is.
Yeah. Is space travel possible? But is Zoom spotlighting even possible? We don't even know that yet. So I want to get right into it. Do aliens exist, Seth?
Yeah, well, we don't know, actually, Sammy. I mean, it would be remarkable if they didn't, because that would make us, after all, the smartest things in the universe. That seems a little unlikely. The universe is very big. So I think that's all you can say. We haven't found any aliens. So.
But you did at one point say, I was believe in your TEDx talk in 2012, you said, we will find extraterrestrial life in the next 24 years or I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
I stand by that, yes.
Right.
I'm buying a lot of Starbucks stock.
Is that anything, can I get anything off of the Starbucks menu or just drip coffee?
Well, given that there are going to be like 7 billion people behind you in line, I got to limit the choice. That's kind of it.
Now, what made you come up with that figure of 24 years in 2012?
Yeah, it isn't totally a figment of my imagination, although maybe it's, no more valid than that. The point is, what you can do, it's like saying, look, we got this haystack over here, and there's a needle in it. And the question is, are some needles in it? How long is it going to take you to find the needle? It only depends on a couple of things. How big is the haystack? How many needles are in it? And how fast are you going through the hay? Then that would allow you to make a calculation. One thing we don't know is how many societies are out there. But if you just assume that there might be, 10,000 inhabited planets in the Milky Way galaxy besides ours, then our technology should find them within 24 years.
Easy. And that would be 2036.
Something like that. Yeah. Yes. I try to remain suitably nebulous because I really can't afford all that coffee.
Well, maybe I'll campaign on that because I am running for president in 2036. So that should be my campaign, is that we'll have the aliens by the end of the year or free coffee on Seth.
Exactly. Now, mind you, I think I said we will find life, and we may find life a lot closer by, microbes on Mars or something like that.
Sure. Okay. You set the bar a little low. What about Europa?
Well, Europa's a good place. Actually, there are like 7 other places besides Earth that are reachable with our rockets that could have life, but it's all going to be life you need a microscope to see. So that may be disappointing to a lot of people who are used to the kinds of aliens they see on television.
Yes, very disappointing. Now, if you could, assign probability, or, I'm sure you've ranked it in your head or even on paper, but of the places in our solar system, which would you presume are the most likely to be the sources of this life?
Well, everybody's favorite inhabited planet in this solar system seems to be Mars. That's been true for almost 200 years. But even people who study Mars are beginning to switch their allegiance to other places. Now, you mentioned Europa. That might be a place. I mean, Europa is just ice on the outside, but on the inside, it's got more water than Earth has. So it might be something down there. But there's also a moon of Saturn called Enceladus, which is very much like Europa. But it turns out that it's a lot easier to find life that might be in Enceladus's hidden oceans than it would be on Europa. So, if you did a poll among scientists, what's your favorite place to look for life elsewhere? They'd probably say Enceladus these days.
I'm celibate as well. Is it important that we focus on space? I mean, obviously, you have your opinion on that, but like, if you were to convince it to people who didn't think it was the case, what would your case be?
Well, to begin with, you got to disabuse them of the thought that we're spending enormous amount of resources on it, right? The NASA budget, the entire NASA budget, which includes a lot of aviation and stuff you use all the time. The entire NASA budget is 1/1000th of the federal budget, right? So we don't spend a lot of money on that. But having established that, I would simply say, look at history, and you find that those societies that didn't do any exploration, they disappeared. Classical Egypt, for example, right? The pharaohs, they built a lot of pointy buildings to the west of Cairo there, but they were eventually taken over by the Romans and even the Greeks because they didn't explore. I think that that's an important thing to do.
So, if we're spending that much money on space right now, would you suggest that we need to be spending more, less, same?
Well, I mean, I have a hound in this fight, of course, and I would say, look, let's spend a little more. But the one good, I mean, you know, you could always say more, less. People give you arguments like, well, we got all these problems right here on Earth. And, you know, why should we spend my tax dollars to go out into space when people are dying in the streets of hunger? Not in this country, but in some places in the world. And that's true. But you could have made that argument, you know, in 1800 and say, you guys are funding with my tax dollars. You're funding this guy, Wolfgang Mozart, to write music. You know, what a waste. I mean, we got other things to worry about. We have higher priorities. Well, it turns out from the standpoint of society, you know, you don't want to just deal with the immediate, because if you do that, really, in the long term, it doesn't work out well.
Well, and also, do you think that we've already possibly found extraterrestrial life and may not know about it? Like, what do you think's happening at Area 51?
Well, they test a lot of airplanes there, but all the people that are doing the testing are all they're all hominids, they're all Homo sapiens, they're all humans. Yeah, I mean, look, 1/3 of the American public believes that the aliens are here visiting Earth, right, and that the government has them freeze-dried and stacked up at Area 51 or some other such locale. But I don't believe that. I think
it almost sounds like you think the government's too stupid to do that.
Well, look, I've worked for the federal government. I had top secret clearance at one point, and I was never convinced that they could keep secrets. I mean, think of Anita Hill. They kept that secret for 2 weeks, right? So there's that point, but there's a much more important point, and that is the entire Earth is being surveilled all the time, right? We have 800 satellites up there that have cameras that are pointed down. They're looking at Earth. You see them on the news at night. You know, here's the weather, whatever. And of course, the Department of Defense has, you know, things looking at tanks in various parts of the world, whatever they're looking at. You know that on Google Earth, you can find your car, right? That gives you some idea of the kind of detail they could see. And they don't see alien spacecraft.
Now, and then of course, the argument is made that, you know, we don't know about the aliens, but the aliens, they may know about us. What do you think the likelihood of that is?
Well, I mean, if they fund astronomy a little better than we do, then they will know that there's life on Earth because there's all this oxygen in the atmosphere. I don't know where you're sitting there, Sammy, but 20% of the air in that room is oxygen, okay? There's all this oxygen. That oxygen, you know, the Earth wasn't bored with all that oxygen. That oxygen just comes, it's the, if you will, the exhaust product of plants, okay? So it's been in the atmosphere for well over 2 billion years. So any aliens who have a good astronomy effort, they'll know that there's photosynthesis on Earth. That they come to visit us, though.
Well, I will correct you. 30% of the air in here is weed smoke, and I do think the aliens are watching us.
Yeah, well, people like that idea because, you know, they for the first 15 years of their life, there was somebody watching them. They're called parents, you know.
So parents are the original aliens. I like that.
I think so.
So what do you make of what's going on right now with this you know, our introduction to commercial space flight with Bezos and Branson? What is your take on all this?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good thing, frankly. I mean, the usual analogy that's made here, it's not nuts, is to say, look, what was the history of aviation? I mean, everybody knows about the Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk, 1903, I believe it was. They fly a plane around for 30 seconds. But within 2 years, 3 years, they're selling planes to the US Army. That's where the market was, the military, okay? But, you know, if it just stayed the province of the military or the government, the way, in a way, space exploration has been, you know, it's been the purview of NASA and other space agencies. If you keep it like that way, it's always going to be very, very expensive, right? And the whole point with aviation was, well, as soon as you began selling planes to other people, you had civilian uses for aviation, then the costs became much, much lower. So I think the same, I mean, it's not a perfect analogy, but the same is true for space, right? I mean, everybody can say, oh, I don't want to go into space. There's nothing in space. But, you know, those people haven't looked at how much longer we can continue to, for example, mine the Earth for zinc or copper or, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff that we really need and run out of it. I mean, so either there's going to be just terrible social situations developing, or we got to get some of this stuff from beyond the Earth. And it's not all that hard.
Now, you know, in the scenario that, you know, it comes a time where we have to decide, do we stay or do we go? Would you be on camp go?
Well, I don't think it's going to come to that. We don't have to go, but you do have to bring stuff in. Yeah, but personally, I think I would go. Yeah, I'd go to space. I mean, Branson and Bezos have gotten a lot of the two Bs. The two Bs are not two Bs. That these two Bs have gone into space, right? And people say, oh, this is, these are rich guys, showing off. No, I'm sure there's some of that. But on the other hand, you got to admire the fact that they're willing to get in their own hardware,
Yeah.
many tons of explosive materials. They're sitting on top of it, and they let it, they let them light the fuse. I think that that's not such a bad idea.
Nope. So there's no possible way you think it was staged?
Well, there was apparently there's a soundstage somewhere in Arizona where they did indeed stage this all.
What do you think as a side note, what do you think the likelihood that the moon landing was staged?
0. But remember, I mean, come on. NASA had, at that time, NASA had 50,000 employees working on the Apollo program, 50,000.
Yeah.
I can hardly believe that all of them are going to their grave without saying, my gosh, it was all staged. I mean, I've spoken with a lot of the Apollo astronauts, people who've walked on the moon. And maybe you saw that video clip, right? Where some guerrilla videographers grabbed Buzz Aldrin when he came out of a building somewhere and started saying, you didn't go to the moon, that was all staged. And he hauled off and socked them, which was exactly what they wanted, because that's what made the video, of course.
Yeah, that's how we knew he wasn't an actor. Actors don't fight. But you see, you have a pretty long relationship with NASA. Are you currently working for or with NASA?
Well, a lot of the scientists that I work with are funded by NASA.
Yeah.
I was sent through grad school with NASA money, and I'm old enough to remember the Sputnik launch, right? When the Russians sent this thing up in 1957.
The vaccine, right? I'm just kidding.
Well, but America realized that there was this missile gap, right? That was the thing. Everybody were talking about the missile gap. Mind the missile gap. And indeed, that resulted in better science education in the schools of the US, at least for about 10, 15 years. And I benefited from that.
Wow. Now, so obviously you have a lot of respect for NASA. NASA did a lot for you. Do you have any critiques of NASA?
Well, I mean, look, it's easy to criticize all sorts of things. It's like the post office, right? You can criticize the post office all you want, but it was rather interesting to read a letter to the editor in the New York Times maybe 10 years ago by somebody who came from a different part of the world. And he said, the thing about America that impressed him the most was the fact that the postal service worked, that you could order something and the package would actually get to you. It wouldn't be, the result of a heist from the mail carriers. It wouldn't be, it was an honest service. That's the way I look at NASA. Sure, they make mistakes, but they attract some very, very good people. And they're basically, competent and honest. And that's pretty good.
So you're basically saying people who make packages come to your door deserve to be in space. And I guess we did learn that this week.
Well, that's might exhaust them. Yes.
Well, so NASA is, a highly revered organization. Would you say that there's some country in this world that has the best space program, or, would you pick and choose certain elements? If so, who has the best what?
Yeah, there are a lot of countries involved. Obviously, the Europeans have their own European Space Agency. And it's also very good. It's very good. Now, the entire population of Europe, at least the part that's involved in this, is about the same as the U.S. So you could say it's roughly the same size. And of course, in Asia, I mean, the Japanese have a space agency. The Indians have something that just went to Mars. In the Middle East, right? Was it the United Arab Emirates? I'm not sure, but they also sent something to Mars. So there's space programs all around the world. The ones in Asia are worth looking at. I mean, Japan is already there, but also China is obviously interested. But if you say, well, what's the best? I mean, okay, I'm going to be a little,
look at the track record.
The U.S. has done the most for sure.
America number one. Fantastic. So, kind of going back to the context of this week and the meaning of it all. I mean, the one critique that you hear a lot of is the timing of it. We're still kind of in a pandemic and there's a lot of poverty. And I know you said you did acknowledge that critique. Do you think that they could have or should have waited like a year?
I'm not sure why. Look, I mean, you wait a year. What is the cost of waiting a year? You can say, well, what's the cost of, Blue Origin or SpaceX or any of these guys? Okay, for them, it's a loss, but they're private organizations. They find some way to absorb that loss. But if you say, look, rather than, I don't know how you feel about this, but, when the Europeans began sending ships across the oceans, that changed everything. And people say, well, they exploited the natives, which of course is true. But on the other hand, it also led to the end of feudalism in Europe, right? I mean, if you were born in Europe in 1400, right, you most likely would have the bad luck to be part of this feudal system, having to work this farm, and you didn't even get the profits. It went to some guy who owned the farm. That's bad news, okay? But as soon as there turned out to be a whole bunch of continents on the other side of all that water to the west, well, you could escape that, right? Most people didn't, and most people couldn't. But at least in principle, it was possible. And that's what shook up the world. You get the Renaissance and, not everything that's new is good, but this was good. It was good for Mr. and Mrs. Front Porch.
Yeah, I like that. It's like back in Europe, like these people were living as peasants, and it was a really horrible thing. And so the people who could afford to get on the boats were like, "Peace out, peasants! Don't have to see your suffering anymore." So that was pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I think that was a really good point. You don't hear that point a lot, but kind of going back to the idea of how this applies to now and space travel. So Branson did it. Bezos did it. What's Musk? What's Musk going to do? Like, what tricks does he have up his sleeve?
Well, I only speak to Elon twice a day, so I can't say that I really know. But one thing that he's clearly interested in is setting up a colony on Mars. He wants to put people on Mars. He wants to sort of bypass the moon, certainly bypass just putting people in orbit, right? Keep in mind that neither Bezos nor Branson actually went into space. I mean, where does space begin? Right? That's a legitimate question. And there's kind of a definition. It begins 100 kilometers up, which is, a little over 61 miles. And that's where you see these signs that say last gas before space. Okay. But why is it 100 kilometers up? It's totally arbitrary. It's, the atmosphere is very thin up there. So they figure, okay, that's a nice round number. But, I mean, they didn't go very far. I know that Musk wants to go to Mars, which is a very ambitious thing. Mars is a lot farther away than the moon.
Right. Yeah, I heard they just went to the stratosphere in Vegas. But
free drinks.
Yeah, exactly. Which there soon will hopefully be on the space flights if it does become like the airlines. And you when we talked about potentially moving elsewhere to other planets, you didn't seem too optimistic. But I mean, in terms of the colonization of Mars, do you see that as laughable, or do you see that as like plausible or realistic thing that we may do?
Well, look, we have people living at the South Pole. The South Pole is not a great place, right? I mean, you don't have a lot of outdoor picnics. And Mars isn't actually very much better. I mean, you look at the pictures of Mars that our spacecraft sent back, and it kind of looks like Arizona, right? I mean, without the cacti, but it's sort of reddish. What you don't see is that it's typically minus 50 degrees.
Right.
I don't remember if that's Fahrenheit or centigrade, but minus 50, it's almost the same anyhow. Doesn't matter. There's no air you can breathe. There's some air, but it's carbon dioxide. You can't breathe it, right? And you take a glass of water, you just pour it on the surface of Mars, and it immediately turns into vapor, right? So there's no lakes. It's a terrible, terrible place. But you could live in a habitat, an artificial environment. I don't know if that would be good enough for most people, but you can have people doing that. I think that in terms of the future where we'll live in space, it's not on Mars, it's not on the moon. It would be in artificially built habitats, or maybe the asteroids. There are proponents for living on an asteroid. I'm not one of them, but there are people who think that's where your future is.
Living on an asteroid. Wow, that does sound rough. Let me ask a few really important questions. First of all, who would win in a fight, Alf or ET?
Yeah. Well, E.T. could do things with that little finger of his, right? I mean, I never saw Alf do anything except fail to show anything below his belly button.
Now, can you explain to us what the Fermi paradox is?
Yeah, if you really want to hear. The Fermi paradox, well, it was cooked up by this guy named Fermi, Enrico Fermi. He was an Italian and American, eventually, physicist. Very, very smart guy. He was at the University of Chicago. Anyhow, he was working for a while down in Los Alamos. And this story is somewhat apocryphal, but it's considered to be true. He was having lunch with two other guys, two other physicists. And between two bites of a tuna fish sandwich, he says, "So, where is everybody?" Right? Now, this is something that he could do in his head, and probably the other guys at the lunch table could too. But what he had done is he said, look, let's assume that there are some aliens out there. The universe is 3 times as old as the Earth. There are aliens out there that could be literally billions of years more technically advanced than we are. They could have colonized the entire galaxy by now. He had done that little calculation in his head. It's not so hard. And so his question cut right to the chase. So where are they? Why don't we see them everywhere? Right? It would be like being in Europe in 200 AD. You would see Romans everywhere. So his question was, where is everybody? And the paradox is we think that there's a lot of life in space, but we don't see any life in space. So that's the paradox.
I see. That makes sense. By the way, was it a Subway tuna sandwich?
Right. Yeah, I doubt Los Alamos in 1950. Maybe. Probably a cafeteria tuna sandwich.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it was real tuna. So what was the WOW signal, or is it the WOW signal?
Yeah, World of Wildlife. No, the WOW signal, that was picked up at Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio, back in 1977. Get it right. It was, they were just looking for signals coming from space. That's, what SETI is often about, trying to eavesdrop on alien transmissions. So they just let this thing run all the time, this radio telescope. It was a big antenna and, about the size of a football field, something like that. Yeah, one day the astronomer came into the little shack where they kept the equipment, and he's going through the printout, because in those days, everything was printed out from computers. They didn't have, screens and stuff like that. And he saw this big signal, and he was so impressed, he wrote "wow" next to it. So it became known as the WOW signal. So a lot of people think that, well, we finally found the aliens. The trouble was that signal was never seen again. And it was looked for almost immediately. A minute later, it was looked for and it wasn't found. So if you only find the signal once, you can say, oh, it was the aliens, but, they just went out to lunch after sending that signal, or, maybe they took a break for some other reason. But if you can't find it at least twice, it's not science to say it was aliens.
So then what do you think it was?
Nobody seems to know. I mean, most likely it was something in the equipment. It could have been, communication satellites sending down some information, but there really weren't any. I mean, there were some, but there weren't many at that time. So nobody seems to know. But to assume that it's aliens, yeah, that's a possibility. But it's just like saying, oh, those things in the Navy videos, those are aliens. You can say it. But
so it's kind of like you kind of just said like twice, or it never happened. Basically, is that like a sign?
Well, yeah, you can say either twice, so you can check it out, or you don't know what it was.
I really need to stop having these one night stands. All right, so if you could tell us something fascinating about science, or about space, or in your field of work, something fascinating that blows your mind that the public is not readily familiar with, what would it be?
Well, I'm not sure there's anything, but okay. Well, I suppose, one of the biggest things we've learned in the past 25, 30 years is how prevalent planets are. When I was a kid, and that was just before the Spanish-American War broke out, when I was a kid, you could go to the Hayden Planetarium in New York, and they would tell you about how you make planets. There were various theories back then, but nobody knew if there were other planets out there other than the 8 or 9, depending on your feelings about Pluto, the 8 or 9 in our own solar system, right? But now, thanks to the work of the last 25 years, we know that planets are as common as phone poles. Well, they're actually a lot more common than phone poles. In our galaxy, there are about 1 trillion planets. And we can see 2 trillion other galaxies, each with 1 trillion planets. Now, Sammy, I suspect you've already multiplied those numbers together in your head. But the bottom line is there are more planets out there than are grains of sand on all the beaches of the Earth.
Wow.
That was that was a metaphor used by Carl Sagan many years ago. But it's true. It turns out it's true. And so that's a fact that most people may not know, because all you have to do is go on the web and you can see all these comments about, well, we're the only world where there's life or intelligent life, or where people have ears that stick out horizontally, or anything like that.
So you could also say, I like I've heard the grain of sands quote, but you could also just say grains of sands in our desert, and then it would be all yours. So that is that is quite interesting that there are that many planets, because growing up we kind of weren't taught that. By the way, first of all, in your opinion, Pluto, is it a planet or not?
Well, look, that's a semantic question, right? The problem with Pluto is, I can tell you this: Pluto doesn't care. The point is, Pluto was an odd planet even when it was found in 1930, right? Because it was too small. It was very small. It's it's like the moon, a moon-sized planet. But the real difficulty was that there were some guys down at Caltech who, in the past 15, 20 years, began finding objects beyond Pluto, deeper into space, but still part of our solar system, that were bigger than Pluto. So the question was, what do you do? Do you say, well, okay, now we have 10 planets and then 11 and then 12? Or do you say, well, Pluto isn't a planet? And they took a vote. This was in Czechoslovakia. They took a vote and decided that Pluto wasn't a planet. It's like saying that your next door neighbor is not, a Homo sapiens. I mean, you can say it.
Right. No, I personally was very disappointed in that ruling. But so there's a lot of planets in our universe, and of course, or in our galaxy, even, as you say. So statistically speaking, the probability of one of them having a climate temperature range relatively close to ours is somewhat reasonable, right?
It's very reasonable. Probably, yeah. I mean, the latest estimate, it's hard to, the data are still sparse, but you can say now that 1 out of 2 or maybe 1 out of 3 stars that are somewhat like the sun has a planet that has more or less the same average temperature as the Earth. Doesn't mean that they have water or, an atmosphere and life and any of that stuff. But doggone it, with that many planets, they can't all be bad. It's like buying 1 trillion lottery tickets. Sure, most of them are bad, but they're not all bad, right? If you buy 1 trillion of them, some of them are going to be winners. Same deal.
Absolutely. Oh, well, okay. So that is quite interesting. Now, is there any misconceptions, like general misconceptions that people have about space travel, extraterrestrials, that you think could be cleared up?
Well, I don't know if it's, it puts you in the position of being a kind of a Debbie Downer. But I mean, if you're a fan of, sci-fi movies, right? Normally what you see when it comes to aliens, there are a couple of good aliens. E.T. was a good alien, and there've been a couple other films where the aliens were basically here to help. I don't know why, but they came here to help. But most of them, they come to Earth mostly just to flatten our cities, beginning with Los Angeles. And, they do that. They're trying to destroy everything. And we sent a whole bunch of Top Gun fighters against them. And eventually, by the last title, we win. Now, that's nice, but it's totally wishful thinking. If they have the technology to come here, right, whatever they want to do, they can do it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this movie scenario is like assuming that the U.S. Air Force could take on the Neanderthals, and the Neanderthals, by being really brave guys, could win. They're not going to win, right? It's the same story in these sci-fi films. I mean, okay, you want the humans to win, but it's not going to happen that way. About the best thing that the humans could do if we actually ever were invaded is to try and negotiate.
Do you think we're good at that?
So I don't. You have to ask the aliens. I mean, if they spare Earth, maybe we're good at it.
Yeah, that is interesting. Every single movie is like they come like millions of miles, and like, oops, we forgot the guns.
Yeah.
So okay, great. Are you up for playing a little game that we made for you?
Well, I'm not good at games, but I am bad at them. So let's try it.
Let's do it. All right, let's bring on our resident game show host Keith. Everybody, come on now, Keith. Also our DJ and game show host.
I don't know if I should spotlight myself because of the difficulties we were having.
I think we're good like this. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to pull this up for you all. Give me 1 second. Steph, how are you? I don't know if you can see me, but how are you doing?
Alien versus Redditor.
Yes, that is where we're going to play. So basically, you have to determine whether I'll give you a clue, and you have to determine whether this alien is from a movie or if this is an experience from a human who has claimed this happened to them on Reddit. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So, yeah. I mean, either it's a movie alien or it's a Reddit claimed alien. Is that it?
Yes. Thank you.
Which are both very realistic. I just want to add.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to choose. Who's this guy's dentist? That's. Hey, and by the way, have you ever noticed that all the aliens in the movies have a lot of mucus?
A lot of it, yeah.
Yes, they do.
I think it, maybe it's allergies.
Yeah, they must have some kind of food allergy that they need to deal with. I think we have some nutritionists here that could help them out. Maybe that will help with the negotiation. Yeah.
All right, first one. This alien tried to eat my cat.
Yeah, I've gotten letters from people who claim that their dogs are aliens. I'm going to say that's a Reddit.
Sammy, do you have a guess?
I'm going to say that's a movie. It's a very cinematic. I mean, cats are very cinematic creatures and can make good points about who's a hero and who's not.
But they can't act.
So yeah, I mean, it like you were saying, we make the aliens seem like such bad guys. I mean, a classic idea would just be make them try to eat a cat and fail.
You have to guess which character?
Do I have to guess which character?
You can.
I'm going to say all of them. I'm going to say every alien movie they tried to eat a cat and failed.
All right. This is actually Alf.
Oh.
He ate somebody's cat?
He tried.
I can see
that. Okay. Lost that one.
I was impregnated by an alien.
Well, I have seen that in movies, so I'm going to say that was a movie.
Yeah, wasn't that the premise of a whole TV show?
I'm not so sure that. It was true that in the UK, you could buy insurance against being impregnated by an alien. It was a $1 million policy. And it was Lords of London, actually. And, you had to pay the premium. But then if you could prove that you were impregnated by an alien, they would give you, $1 million. Might be worth it.
Yeah, I'm going to start selling that for cheaper.
Yeah, well, they would withdrew the offer after about 5 years. Too many impersonators.
Well, this is actually a Redditor. Yes, someone actually claimed that they were impregnated by an alien. But it is a movie. I believe that is some sort of cinema that's about that.
Yeah.
All right, our next.
Doesn't make sense given that the aliens probably don't even have DNA. But yeah.
Yes. Do you think they have sexual reproductive systems? Or?
Well, there's a lot of advantages to sexual reproduction, actually. If the name of the game is to survive in a Darwinian world, it has advantages.
Right. I mean, given all the species on this planet and that only like a couple of them have sex for pleasure, like what is the likelihood that aliens are going to come here and actually be horny? Anyways.
If they're rhinos.
Yeah.
All right, our next one. An alien put a satellite
0 for 2.
butt.
I mean, what story is that not in? Like,
Yeah, Rear Window. I don't know. I think that's got to be on Reddit.
That is actually on South Park. That was.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, 0 for 3.
You said you were bad at games, so.
Well, I didn't mean to prove it.
All right. An alien ate my Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, well, wasn't that E.T.?
Correct. That was E.T.
Well, Keith, was it not the case that originally they had planned to use M&Ms in the picture, but Reese's Pieces was willing to pay some money, I think.
That is exactly right.
Is that true?
Exactly right. I learned that yesterday, actually.
Oh.
But yeah, that is correct.
That's wild.
Marketing. All right. Aliens abducted cheerleader.
Man, I'm sure I saw that picture in my youth. I'm going to say that was a movie.
That was a Redditor. That was a Redditor.
Well, 1 for 4 or 5.
Yeah, you got one, though. You got one.
Got one.
Aliens cause someone to develop sleep paralysis.
Well, 2% of the American public, according to polls, claim that they've been abducted by aliens. And the usual explanation for that, it's been looked into to some degree, is something called sleep paralysis. So this is a real phenomenon. You're half awake and you think aliens are standing around your bed. But I'm going to say that's Reddit because it sounds like they, co-opted that story.
You would be correct. That is definitely a Redditor. So you got 2. I have 2. I'm allergic to my own planet.
Wow.
That sounds like a clever comment on Reddit.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm being told that's actually Superman.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right. He came from Krypton, right?
Yes. So he cannot go back, apparently.
Kryptonite. I wonder if does Kryptonite have any industrial uses? Anybody know? Just stopping Superman.
Stopping Superman. That's pretty industrial.
Yes.
Industry is evil.
Alien. Yeah. Alien offered kids a ride and a black blimp.
You said on a bicycle. Be familiar.
That sounds pretty movie-like.
Yeah, it does. Who would say that in a Reddit session? I'm with him.
In a Reddit session. It is Reddit.
These are all trick questions, Keith.
Yeah, these are kind of tricky. I didn't write them though, so please don't be mad at me. Next one. An alien forced me into intergalactic servitude.
Well, I know scientists who think that we're being bred by the aliens to fight in their wars. So we're galactic cannon fodder. But I never saw that. Oh, no. That sounds like it might be a good movie plot too.
Sammy, what do you think?
I'm gonna say that's a Reddit post. It'll get a lot of good karma.
I am told that is Anakin Skywalker.
Come on.
It looks like a microphone.
Yeah, it's not the best picture, but we got our last one. I became an alien ambassador in a glow golf forest.
Glow golf forest. My personal experience with glow golf forests is rather minimal, so I got to say that this is something on Reddit.
This is actually a movie, and it is Jake Sully.
Oh.
We really took this alien
James
definition pretty broadly here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very broad. But that is the end. That is the end. Thank you both for playing.
Well, what does the
Alien.
winner get? I mean, you know,
I don't think either of us won. So
trip to Alpha Centauri. No, but I want to know what I lost.
you get to be on the next Bezos flight.
Oh,
Yeah.
they'll be less careful with that one.
Thank you, Keith.
Mhm.
So before we finish up, Seth, first of all, I know we talked over email about one-liners. Do you have any good space one-liners for us?
No, actually, I don't. I mean, there is too much. I mean, there was that movie Spaceballs, right?
Yeah.
You know, they made some fun out of it, and some of the other movies were laughable, actually, but no one-liners. I mean, no. I hate to say, one-liners are not my forte. In fact, there are many things that are not my forte, but they are my pianissimo. I don't have any.
Okay, fair enough. Well, where can we where can we look at your upcoming works? Anything you want to promote in the future coming up?
Well, only to say that if you have any interest in what we do to try and find the aliens, you can always go to the website of the SETI Institute. That's SETI. It's almost my name. SETI.org. And we also have a radio show and podcast called Big Picture Science.
Fantastic. Everybody check that out. We'll put that in the YouTube credits. The last thing I would like to ask you is, as you know, I'm running a campaign for 2036, and I'm pretty confident about it. So I wanted to ask, upon my election, would you be my ambassador to the United Federation of Planets?
Yeah, you know where they put that? If you pay attention in Star Trek, they put that in San Francisco, here in the Bay Area. And that's a little dumb, because if you expect the United Federation of Planets to last for a long time, I mean, if you only figure it's going to last for 2 years and then it'll break up, okay. But if you expect it to last for, a century or more than a century, for thousands of years, you don't want to put it in the Bay Area. It's going to be knocked down by earthquakes long before, you have to renew the lease.
True. That is a good point. I am in the Bay Area right now, so fingers crossed that I make it to 2036.
Yes.
Of course, we will relocate to Kansas after that, which will be a safe space.
It's safer there, yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Seth. I can't say enough how much we appreciate you being here and educating us. And sharing your story, your knowledge. It's very, very helpful. And yeah, we appreciate you being here.
It's been my pleasure, boys.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Yes. All right, everybody, give it one more hand for Seth Shostak. Thank you so much, sir. We'll let you know when the episode drops. And
let me know. I'll put it on my social media. I have 4 followers.
Fantastic. Well, we want to please all 4 of them.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. One more hand for Seth, everybody. Thank you so much. Now, this was a very important episode. I'm glad we did this. I want to make a closing statement here as your future president. Space, it's a lot, but little by little, I think we can take it down. Okay, by 2036, we're going to have to get out there. I mean, out there. Okay, if for nothing else, to relieve our space junk, if you know what I mean. Which brings me to our space policies in 2036. Number 1, no colonizing planets until we clean our house. Okay? Our planet is broken. Let's fix it before breaking another. Because we will. Secondly, and really this should be the number 1, all Amazon employees will get an 11-minute break to pee in space. Guarantee that. Number 3, no billionaires in space allowed. Your ego is big enough. Float around in that unless you pay taxes, which you don't. So no billionaires in space. Number 4, any money spent on flying to the edge of space is to be recouped in taxes. If you spent millions to see the Earth's curvature, you have to pay that same amount to Uncle Sam. We got it? All right, every issue of space solved. And just a couple more things. I went to UC Berkeley, so let's make it a safe space. Okay. Every flight to space will serve toast with space jam. Okay. And we're going to make sure that we create a space for all except Kevin Spacey. Okay. Unless you want to put that into an algebraic equation, x plus y equals z. Therefore, SpaceX plus Kevin Spacey equals no. All right. So anyways, that's all I have. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. We will see you next time on the Obey 2036 podcast. And give it up for our resident alien, Ruben, coming all the way from the bounds of Planet 420 to join us today. We'll see you next time.
I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase. I'm running for president in 2036.
In 2020, I got an MRI and they found a lesion on my right frontal lobe. So a lot of friends recommended shrooms, and one of my friends was kind enough to mail them to me. So, federal offense. And he risked it for my brain. This is trippy as truth. Pure organic mushrooms. That looks good. Really good energy from that one. We'll touch him in right here. Let's get one of your friends.
Does it feel liberating being allowed to do drugs for the internet?
I don't know if we are allowed. I think we took 4 caps, 4 stems, 4 cups of tea, 2 outfit changes. I think we're ready to go. The thing about shrooms is it kind of comes in waves, right? Does that make sense?
Oscillating like a fan.
There we go. And hopefully this makes us a few new fans. I'm already feeling exactly what I remember feeling, is that there's something very, at moments, very incomplete about it, and then all of a sudden it comes back and you're like, oh, this is it. This is why I'm doing this. It's like you're being nudged. You're like, yo, you're high. And you're like, what? No, you're high, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, this is amazing. You're like this with the backdrop of this is a new fence right here.
That's fresh.
That's new fence energy right there. Don't build walls, build fences. Like people who want to build walls between countries to keep their borders very clear. Maybe just try building a fence. You know?
Start with the fence.
Start with the fence. The same gesture of divisiveness, but
it's more like a neighbor vibe than like a keep out.
Exactly. You're actually going to be higher than me. You straight up down that whole cabinet stem right away.
Dude, one stem in there, I was like, that's it?
It's systemic.
It's systemic.
What my issue was, with finding the lesion on my brain, and my complaints leading up to that was balance, lack of balance. I could feel my right side, but I couldn't fully feel my left side. But this whole time, I've just been wanting balance. I want to feel my left as much as I feel my right. This has been bothering the shit out of me because I just want things to be even. I just want things to be balanced. It's just a trip, dude.
Oh, fuck. Not again, it's the balance.
Look at this. See, these are weeds.
Weeds are really like a representation of the immigrant experience. It's like the natives don't want them there, and they'll do their best to get them out, but at the end of the day, you can't get rid of them. They don't need much, and they still flourish.
Now that is an interesting theory, because I see the weeds as the indigenous, because they're everywhere. And people will weed them out of their garden to colonize their garden. I see weeds, I see beauty, I see nature's resilience. We put fucking concrete here, and these things are still like, no, I'm gonna still thrive.
Where do natives go from here, bro? Like, they're fucked, but immigrants aren't, because immigrants kind of have like a path forward. I think natives have a lot more common with white supremacists than they think they do, because they're all just trying to get back to the glory days.
And we all are trying to get back to glory days, because the glory days are all we know. Now here, I want to show you something. These are all weeds, but it's beauty. And this is nature just saying, hey, let me do what I want to do.
Yeah, the purple hits too, like.
Purple hits hard.
Dude, like, so.
Well, I will say, probably not that pleasant to lay down in these. That's the thing about weed, is like, we're beautiful, but you're not welcome here. See, it wants it. It's putting its hand out. If these were humans, they would have sexual harassment cases all day. Nature did this in a matter of months with no effort.
Effort sucks.
It's like the new generation's look. Fuck effort.
Fuck effort.
Really, life should be effortless.
It should be.
It really should be.
When I was at Salesforce, the CEO said he didn't even have a laptop. He ran a company worth $500 million on an iPhone, bro. And I bet he doesn't even use the Salesforce app. He'll do the fun shit like, oh, like Obama's coming, I'm interviewing that guy.
When
Like,
Obama shows up, everyone wants to change. I feel like I'm peaking now, and the reason why is because I'm looking at my foot and I'm like, that's not, like, this is mine?
Oh yeah,
and like the viewer can confirm, like, I see the foot is attached to your body, but this is where I'm at mentally. I'm like,
dude, you got me self-aware of my
is
limbs.
this mine?
Everything feels different on me now, which is like weird. I've kind of lost the symmetry, which is okay because symmetry is overrated. I think we chase that too much. Like even in like those like trees and stuff, like there's nothing symmetrical about it. But like what do humans do? We manicure it and we make it even.
So symmetry is what? A desire for a balance between left and right across an axis.
And see, humans prefer symmetry to a fault.
We want left to equal right.
Yeah.
Right? We want one to be defined as left and one to be defined as right.
Yeah.
So it's not like we want them to be the same. We
just
want them to be across the wall from each other, but living identical lives. So symmetry is the desire for separation but equality. Separate but equal.
We know that doesn't work. Yeah, symmetry is a fucked up concept, honestly. Fuck symmetry, because it's always divided by something. There's always one
entity that breaks symmetry and keeps it together at the same time.
Right? That's a wall, right?
Yeah. You're telling me that I'm constructing a wall inside of myself.
See a bug or something?
I see a shadow and I don't know if it's
Oh, it's okay, dude. Again, don't stay in the bubble unless someone breaks it.
Balance, even just the notion of balance is just it's a sort of prejudice.
Maybe your problem was thinking that there was a problem. You're just getting older, man. What's wrong with that?
Well, you had me for a second. The getting older thing, that was like a young person throwing shade. When you hyper focus on a problem, you exacerbate it in your head no matter what, and your life becomes that problem. Turning a problem into a problem is always
a problem.
Dude, that's how fucking high I am right now. I'm like, I was looking at my ankle earlier, right? And I was like, is that mine? I'm looking into my own backpack. I'm like, is this mine?
Yeah.
Dude, who put this? Like, who put this? What's my water bottle? No, but in my defense, this is your notebook. So I'm like,
so
who put their fucking notebook in my... Oh, sorry. I can just start firing off some of these questions.
You want to talk about perseverance?
I think that's what you wrote down. Let's just make this moment very official. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter where you're at, what's going on in your specific situation.
Persevere. You know what? I don't believe that you should persevere.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck these people, bro.
Who told you you should persevere?
We said, dude, I should
give up. What we're recording today, does it have any value? We're recording today, does it have any value? Is it 4 p.m.? Because it was 3:49 like hours ago, dude.
I don't know, my phone's like, it's not 4 p.m.
Okay, because
I'm not blowing your mind there.
Fuck me up right there.
Dude, 1 through 4 p.m. it's like, who cares?
This is an example of our division. Even time is too divided.
Dude, literally, yes.
What is time but a bunch of fences?
Time is fences.
It's a bunch of fences. It's saying 1 o'clock is different than 2 o'clock, 2:30 is different from 3:30. It's a fence. You're putting a fence in every pocket.
And you know what? It's offensive. Get it? Get it? Oh, did it go over your head?
No, I mean,
offensive?
Do you know that you're citing one of my jokes, or are you...
Really?
I'm sorry. Is that offensive?
God damn it.
Do you understand where it's like, you're like, offensive, and I'm like, I'm not responding to it. Like, no, do you get it, you fucking moron? When that was like...
I just explained your own joke
to you. I spent my life, like, no, do you guys get it? Offensive? Meanwhile, I'm on a fucking fence. Do you understand what that feels like? I feel like I'm caught on this fence right now.
Damn.
Am I? Nope. Nope. This is just a quick PSA to all landowners out there. You don't own shit. But that's how crazy social media is, that I don't know right now if I'm actually speaking to billions of people.
Tens.
Tens of That's what it is. It's always a gamble. It's like billion tens of people. Okay, so much. We were talking about symmetry and the abuses of symmetry. Problem was, I was saying, why is my right, left, this? You're like, no, you are the wall. You are the problem. You are the fence. You are the problem. Why are you making a problem? Making a problem is the problem.
Your left will never feel just like your right. Like your non-dominant will never feel like
Give it up.
dominant. Yeah.
Give it up. Perseverance. Perseverance was your sober thought. Your sober thought was like, no, persevere.
Go on, bro.
And we're like, no, dude, it's okay. Because if everything needs to persevere, then so do problems. We're at a huge kind of contradiction. That we came here to solve problems, but the problem was that we were thinking that there was problems. I hope that at least gets shared to 10 people.
Anything from above, it looks fucking dumb.
And it's funny that you're saying it because I'm looking at these ducks. And these are your problems.
That's life, bro. No one's better, no one's worse, but everything is stupid. Everything is stupid at one point or another, and some things are just perpetually dumb.
Would you even be able to repeat that if I asked you to repeat it? Probably not. So in a sense, today we solved absolutely nothing. Give up.
Give up. And honestly, the best way possible. Just give up.
Hey everybody, Chad has a very profound statement that I want everybody to hear.
Just close the tabs in your brain.
Close the tabs in your brain. This comes from a guy who he was working earlier today and now he's shrooming.
Dude.
Close the tabs in your brain. Close the tabs in your brain. A tab open is something that's unresolved, right?
Right.
Close the tabs in your brain. Turn around.
Yeah, you want to see it?
Oh, I see it.
Damn.
Dude, you look great.
Thanks.
This is a beautiful shot.
Close
This is
the
a beautiful
tabs
shot.
in your brain.
I will post this every day until it catches on. Probably somebody has said it before.
Somebody has said it.
It doesn't matter. It needs to be said again.
Just give up.
Give it up.
Give it up.
Give up! It
Yeah,
literally made me feel better.